Have you ever felt an unexpected tug at your heart, like a soft whisper that someone, somewhere, is thinking about you? What if I told you that these moments aren't just coincidences, but spiritual signals that trying to reach you? In this video, we'll explore the 6 powerful signs that reveal when someone is missing you, even if they're miles away. Imagine uncovering subtle clues like dreams, goosebumps, or even chance encounters that aren't just random but might carry a deeper meaning. Curious if someone is longing for you right now? You'll want to stick around till the very end because the final sign could change how you see those random moments forever. If you've ever wondered whether someone's thoughts have crossed the distance to find you, this is the video you've been waiting for. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell to stay notified, and share this video with a friend. You never know, they might be the one missing you. Let's dive in and unlock the hidden messages waiting for you. Sign 1. Inexplicable goosebumps. Have you ever been sitting quietly, maybe working, scrolling through your phone or enjoying a cup of coffee, when, out of nowhere, goosebumps ripple across your arms? The room isn't cold, no emotional music is playing, and there's no reason to feel scared. Yet there it is, a strange chill creeping across your skin. What if those goosebumps are more than a random reflex? Some believe they could be a sign that someone, somewhere, is thinking about you deeply, missing your presence. In our day-to-day life, goosebumps usually appear in moments we can explain, like hearing an inspiring speech, watching a nostalgic movie, or stepping into the cold air. But it's those unexpected moments, when nothing seems to provoke them, that make us pause and wonder. Imagine sitting in traffic or folding laundry, completely immersed in the mundane, when suddenly a chill runs down your spine. A name pops into your mind, a friend you haven't spoken to in months or someone you used to be close with. Could this moment mean more than it seems? Many spiritual teachings suggest that goosebumps are physical responses to emotional energy moving through unseen channels. When someone thinks of you with intensity, whether it's love, nostalgia, or longing, their thoughts might cross the distance and find a way to touch you. Think about that family member who lives miles away, or an old friend you've lost contact with. Their yearning to reconnect, even unspoken, may ripple through the emotional bond you once shared, manifesting as goosebumps on your skin. Here's a real-world example. You're cooking dinner, and for no particular reason, you feel goosebumps sweep across your body. Minutes later, your phone lights up, a text from an old friend you were just thinking about. Moments like these are often dismissed as coincidences, but what if they're not? Many people report similar experiences, where a sudden chill precedes hearing from someone they haven't thought of in ages. Even science admits that not all goosebumps can be easily explained. While we know they can result from cold or emotional triggers, those random occurrences, without any clear stimulus, still puzzle researchers. Spiritual interpretations suggest these moments point to the power of human connections, hinting that emotions and thoughts are strong enough to transcend physical distance. So the next time those unexplained goosebumps sneak up on you, take notice. Pay attention to who crosses your mind in that instant. It might be more than just a fleeting memory. It could be someone missing you, sending energy your way, hoping to reconnect. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or even someone you haven't heard from in years, those chills may be a reminder that your connection still matters. If you've experienced this before, share your story in the comments. You're not alone. Goosebumps might just be the universe's way of whispering that someone is thinking of you, even when words aren't spoken. Sign 2. They show up in your dreams. You find yourself dreaming about someone you haven't seen or spoken to in months, maybe even years. The dream feels incredibly vivid, almost as if they were sitting right beside you, talking and laughing just like old times. You wake up, and their presence lingers in your mind, so strong that it colors your entire day, making you wonder, why them? Why now? These dreams can feel too personal, too intentional to be random. Could it be that this person is thinking about you, missing you, or even longing to reconnect? In many spiritual traditions, dreams are believed to be more than just the brain's way of sorting through memories. They're thought to be bridges between souls, connecting people on a deeper level beyond time, distance, and physical presence. Some cultures believe that when someone appears in your dreams, It's a sign that they're thinking of you or trying to reach you in a way words or actions can't. If a particular person keeps showing up in your dreams, it could mean that your connection with them is still alive, lying quietly beneath the surface, waiting to be rekindled. Imagine this. You dream about an old friend you haven't thought of in years. The dream is so vivid that you wake up wondering if it was more than just a memory. Then, later that day, your phone buzzes. It's a message from that very person. Coincidence? Or did your dream tap into something real, an emotional link between your hearts? These seemingly random experiences, often called synchronicities, hint at the possibility that emotions and thoughts can transcend physical distance and make their way into our dreams. Psychologists suggest that dreaming about someone could reflect unresolved emotions or a longing to reconnect, a way for your subconscious mind to create a sense of closeness that's missing in real life. But some experiences go beyond psychological explanation, as if dreams open doors to unseen connections. The person you dream of could be thinking of you, missing you, or feeling nostalgic about the bond you once shared. Their thoughts, even unspoken, may ripple across time and space, reaching you in the dream world. From a psychological perspective, recurring dreams about a specific person can occur because our minds are wired to seek emotional resolution. When a relationship ends abruptly or fades without closure, your subconscious may try to fill that gap by bringing them into your dreams. However, there's also a fascinating idea that dreams act as an emotional tuning fork. When someone thinks about you intensely, those emotions might stir your subconscious, prompting a dream that reflects their longing. In Carl Jung's theory of the collective unconscious, dreams are part of a larger web of shared human experience. This means that thoughts, emotions, and memories can move beyond individual minds, creating meaningful connections between people through dreams. Whether it's regret, nostalgia, love, or unresolved tension, your dream may be an echo of what they're feeling for you, an invitation to revisit the emotional thread that binds you. The next time someone shows up in your dreams, don't dismiss it as random. Take a moment to reflect on what the dream might be telling you. Who was it? How did you feel during the dream? Were there unresolved emotions or familiar moments that stood out? These dreams may carry hidden messages, nudging you to reconnect, let go, or simply reflect on the relationship's meaning. If their presence felt comforting or nostalgic, it might be a sign that they are missing you too, whether consciously or unconsciously. Consider this. What if the dream is a gentle push from the universe, reminding you to reach out? If their name keeps appearing in your mind after the dream, why not send them a quick message? It doesn't need to be anything elaborate, just a simple, "I had the funniest dream about you last night, hope you're doing well." You never know what might come of it. Sometimes the smallest gesture can reignite a meaningful relationship that you thought was lost to time. Here's a fun way to explore this connection. The next time you dream about someone unexpectedly, write down the details right away. Notice who they were, what they said, and how the dream made you feel. If you feel bold, reach out to them and mention the dream. You might be surprised by what they say, or find out they've been thinking about you too. Sign 3. You find a white feather. You're out for a walk, lost in thought, when suddenly a delicate white feather drifts into your path. It's so small, so subtle, that you almost step past it. But then something makes you stop, a sense that this feather carries meaning beyond coincidence. You bend down, pick it up, and for a moment the world seems quieter. Could this feather be a message? Many people believe that white feathers are more than just a quirk of nature. They are signs from the universe, signals that someone is thinking about you or missing you from afar. In spiritual traditions around the world, white feathers symbolize peace, purity, and communication from beyond the physical realm. Some believe they're a message from a loved one who has passed away, a way to say, "I'm still with you." Others see them as a sign of emotional connection, signaling that someone you share a bond with is thinking of you. These feathers often appear at just the right moment, leaving you with the sense that something larger is at play. What makes these encounters even more meaningful is the context in which you find the feather. Imagine you're standing on your porch, thinking about a friend you haven't spoken to in years. Just as you turn to head inside, A white feather rests quietly by your front door. Or maybe you're going through a difficult time, feeling the weight of missing someone dearly, and suddenly you notice a feather at a place that holds significance for both of you. These moments feel like a nudge from the universe, a reminder that emotional connections transcend time and distance. Next time you come across a feather, don't just walk past it. Pause. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and pay attention to who or what comes to mind. It could be someone you've been missing, or a memory that floats up without warning. What if this feather is inviting you to reconnect? Maybe it's the universe encouraging you to reach out to that person, whether through a text, a call, or even just holding them in your thoughts. A small action might be all that's needed to reignite a connection. These encounters also encourage mindfulness, a chance to slow down, notice your surroundings, and appreciate the little signs life offers. Feathers can act as gentle reminders to stay connected with the people who matter, even if they aren't physically present in your life right now. They teach us to pay attention to the unseen threads that link us to others. A woman named Maria once shared her story about finding a feather at a pivotal moment. She had been thinking about her mother, who had passed away years ago, feeling a wave of longing she couldn't shake. As she sat quietly on her back porch, a white feather floated down and landed right on her lap. She felt a deep sense of peace, as if her mother was sending her a message. "I'm still with you." Maria kept that feather, and to this day it serves as a reminder that love and connection don't fade even when someone is gone. These stories aren't uncommon. Many people report finding feathers after thinking of someone, or during moments when they need comfort the most. It's as if the universe is using these tiny, delicate objects to whisper, "You are not alone." These tiny moments, a feather on your path, a memory surfacing, a name that pops into your mind, are not accidents. They are reminders from the universe to stay connected to the people we love, even when life pulls us apart. If this message resonates with you, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and share this video with someone who might need a sign today. You never know. They could be waiting for a little nudge, and this might be exactly what they need, because sometimes it's the smallest things, a feather floating in the breeze, that carry the most profound messages. Sign 4. Synchronistic Encounters. You're thinking about an old friend while making your morning coffee. You smile, wondering what they're up to these days. Just as you're about to brush the thought away, your phone buzzes. It's a message from that very friend. Your heart skips a beat. Was that pure coincidence, or was something else at play? Moments like these make you feel like the universe is weaving an invisible thread between your thoughts and reality. Carl Jung called this phenomenon synchronicity, when seemingly unrelated events align in ways that feel meaningful, almost as if life itself is listening. It's that eerie feeling when your inner world seems to influence your outer world in ways you can't explain. You've probably had one of those encounters, mentioning someone's name in a conversation, only to have them call you moments later. Or maybe you walk into a cafe you've never been to before and bump straight into someone you haven't seen in years, just when you were thinking about them. It's the kind of moment that leaves you stunned, wondering if it's really just chance or if the universe is trying to tell you something. A woman named Sarah once shared a story that gave everyone chills. For weeks she had been thinking about her estranged brother, hoping to reconnect but hesitant to reach out. One day, while walking her dog, she found herself on a street she hadn't visited in years. As she turned a corner, there he was, her brother, standing just a few steps away, equally surprised to see her. They both laughed in disbelief, but it was clear that their encounter wasn't random. It felt as if something larger had nudged them together at just the right moment. These synchronicities suggest that emotions and thoughts have a way of traveling beyond the physical world. When you miss someone deeply, it can feel like your energy reaches out to them, pulling them closer in unexpected ways. Whether it's a sudden text message, a chance meeting, or their name popping up right when they're on your mind, these moments are reminders that emotional bonds transcend distance. It's almost as if the universe knows when it's time for you to reconnect and gives you a little push in the right direction. Some believe these experiences are signs that you're aligned with life's flow, that you're exactly where you need to be. Others see them as proof that thoughts can ripple outward, touching the people you care about, even from afar. When it comes to missing someone, these moments might be more than mere coincidences. They could be hints that the other person is thinking about you too, and both of your energies are quietly trying to bridge the gap. So the next time life delivers one of these synchronistic moments, don't ignore it. Pay attention. Maybe it's time to send that message or make that call. After all, the universe might be working to bring you back into someone's life, right when they need you most. Sign 5. You receive a random text. You're going about your day, lost in routine, when suddenly your phone buzzes with a message from someone you haven't heard from in what feels like forever. No grand introduction, just a simple, "Hey, how have you been?" It's unexpected but comforting, like a small spark of warmth breaking through the noise of everyday life. Why now? Why you? These moments are rarely just coincidence. They are often signs that you've been on someone's mind, perhaps far more than you realize. When someone reaches out without an obvious reason, it's the universe's way of whispering, "This connection still matters." It takes vulnerability and courage to send that message, especially after time has passed. Even a simple text carries weight, suggesting that the sender has been holding on to thoughts about your bond, wondering if it can still be revived. That message isn't just casual, it's a bridge between the past and what could still be, quietly inviting you to reconnect. Here's an example to bring this to life. Jane had been thinking about Mike, an old college friend, but hadn't reached out. Life had gotten in the way, and she assumed it was too late to rekindle what they once had. One quiet afternoon, as Jane sipped her coffee, her phone buzzed. Mike's name appeared on the screen. The message was simple. "You've been on my mind lately, how are you?" Jane was stunned. It felt like a cosmic nudge, a sign that their connection wasn't over. They ended up talking for hours, as if no time had passed, and rekindled a friendship they both thought was lost. These seemingly random texts carry more meaning than we realize. They remind us that even though time or distance might separate us, the emotional threads of meaningful relationships never truly disappear. That message becomes more than just a notification on a screen. It's a signal that the bond between you still holds value, waiting to be reignited. Here's the thing. When you receive a random message like this, it could mean more than just someone thinking of you. Some believe that these moments are signs from the universe, indicating that your life paths are about to converge again. The timing is no accident. Perhaps this message signals the beginning of something new, a chance to rewrite an old story, resolve unfinished emotions, or rekindle a connection that still holds potent. Here's a little challenge for you. If you've ever received a random text from someone that brightened your day or rekindled an old connection, drop the number 5 in the comments. Let's see how many of us have experienced the magic of these spontaneous moments. Sign 6. They value your opinion. I'll never forget the day I received a message from an old friend I hadn't spoken to in years. It felt like it came out of nowhere, completely unexpected. His message wasn't sentimental or nostalgic. Instead, he asked me, "Do you think I should switch jobs?" A practical, random question, and to be honest, it caught me off guard. I remember thinking, why ask me? We hadn't been close in forever. What made him suddenly think of me now? At first, I thought it was just about the advice, but as the conversation unfolded, I realized there was something deeper going on. It wasn't really about the job decision. It was just about seeing if we still shared that connection, that comfort of talking things through like we used to. He wasn't just asking for advice, he was asking, are we still connected? Do I still matter to you? That moment stayed with me, teaching me something profound. When people reach out with a question after a long time apart, it's rarely just about the topic at hand. It's a test, a quiet way to explore if the door to your relationship is still open. Sometimes seeking advice is a way of saying, I miss having you in my life, without needing to say those words directly. If someone reaches out asking for your thoughts, especially after a long silence, pause before answering. It might not just be about the advice, it's an invitation to reconnect. A practical question, even one as mundane as whether to buy a new car or change jobs, can carry emotional weight. It tells you that they value your perspective and miss having you as part of their life's decision-making process. Here's a tip. Don't just answer the question and move on. Use it as an opportunity to spark a deeper conversation. Instead of replying with, "Yeah, I think you should switch jobs," try something more open. "What made you think of me?" Or "How have you been? It's been too long." These small shifts turn a simple exchange into something meaningful, creating space for the relationship to grow again. Here's a story that captures how powerful these small moments can be. Emma had been thinking about her childhood friend Laura for weeks. They used to be inseparable, but life got in the way. Moves, new jobs, and relationships pulled them in different directions. Emma wanted to reconnect, but didn't know how to start the conversation. She didn't want it to feel awkward or forced after all these years. One day, while debating whether to text, Emma decided to take the leap. "Hey Laura, I was thinking about you. I need your advice. What would you do if you were thinking of changing careers?" She hit send, not expecting much. Within minutes, her phone buzzed with a reply. "Emma, it's so good to hear from you. I've been thinking about you too. And funny enough, I'm actually in the middle of a career change. Let's talk." That one small question led to a long, heartfelt conversation about life, careers, and the ups and downs they'd both been through. By the end of the chat, they'd made plans to meet up. What started as a simple message turned into a rekindled friendship, one they both didn't realize they had been missing so much. Sometimes people will bring up shared memories or old inside jokes when they reconnect. It might seem like a coincidence, but it's not. These moments are carefully chosen to recreate the comfort you both once shared. Maybe they mention a hobby you both used to enjoy, or ask for advice on a subject you always talked about together. This is their way of saying, "Well, remember this? I miss how it felt to be close." When this happens, lean into it. Use the moment to reflect on what has changed or stayed the same in your lives. Talk about the things you've experienced since your last conversation. Let the dialogue flow naturally. It's not just about catching up. It's about rekindling the familiarity and trust you once shared. If there's someone on your mind, but you're not sure how to reach out, asking for advice is a great way to break the ice. You don't need a grand reason or a long-winded explanation. Something simple like, "I need your thoughts on this," or "You were always good at this. What do you think?" can open a door to deeper conversations. It's not about the advice itself. It's about sending a signal that they still matter to you. And if you receive that message from someone else, see it for what it really is, a subtle invitation to rebuild a connection. Sometimes all it takes is one thoughtful response to turn a forgotten bond into a meaningful relationship again. Sometimes life gives us gentle nudges, small signs wrapped in unexpected messages, waiting for us to notice. A random text or a simple request for advice might seem insignificant, but it holds the power to bridge the gap between past and present, reviving connections we didn't realize still mattered. In a world where everyone is busy, reaching out, even with a small question, is an act of courage, a way of saying, "You still matter to me." But here's the twist. What if you're the one who needs to send that message? Think about the person lingering on your mind right now. Why not take the first step and ask for their thoughts on anything? It doesn't have to be profound, it just has to be real. Because in the end, relationships aren't kept alive by grand gestures, but by tiny sparks. One text, one conversation, one question at a time. Here's a little challenge for you. If someone has ever reached out to you after a long silence just to ask for your advice or opinion, comment below with the phrase, "It all started with a question." And if someone's been on your mind, why not send that message right now? Then come back and tell us how it went. You might just inspire someone else to rebuild a connection they thought was lost. Don't forget to hit subscribe, tap the bell, and share this video, because someone out there might be waiting for a sign to reconnect, and this could be exactly what they need. Every lasting connection begins with one small question. Maybe today is the day you ask it.